Today we're gonna be cleaning this Shark vacuum. We're having some allergies at the house, and we're trying to get rid of that. So as you guys can see, we have this area right here that's pretty dusty. It's pretty bad. There's some hair there that is stuck, and a bunch of dust that is caked on inside of there. The filter is pretty bad, as you guys can see. I'll be putting some gloves on in a little bit, but this is the filter. This is the other side, and this is the second one. I'll show you guys the bottom. It's pretty bad on the bottom as well. There's some hair that needs to be removed, so we'll get to that. Alright, so I took the filters off and I put them in the sink here. Now I'm going to be spraying them with some water and just putting some regular Dawn dish soap and scrubbing them with some of my tools here. Once I have scrubbed them, I will be showing you guys here. Let me first spray it with water, and that was unexpected. Alright, so I want to get all of the nasty stuff out. I'm gonna be adding some of the soap now, so that we can start getting all of that nasty stuff out. It's sprayed with hot water. You can see all the dirt and stuff that's coming out. We'll just do this a couple times, and once we see it's kind of clean, we'll rinse it off. Alright, now that I did that a couple times, I'm just gonna go ahead and spray it again with hot water and trying to get it basically soaking wet, and I'll try to get that soap and the rest of that dirt out. Same with the other piece. Alright, so now I got all the water out. So you guys can see there's no more water on them. There's no more dirt or anything else coming out. And now we're just gonna let them air dry. That one's done. The other one is done as well. I'm gonna try to remove as much as the little hairs that I see, but for the most part that should be fine. And now we're gonna start cleaning this big area right here. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is start pulling this dog hair that we have here that is stuck. As you guys can see, it's gross. And once we have removed that, then I'm gonna start spraying it with hot water and just trying to get rid of as much as I can with it. And once that's done, I'm gonna start scrubbing with some Dawn dish soap and then just basically rinse it off. You guys probably couldn't see as much of the dirt on the top, but it's pretty easy to remove that caked on dirt with the hot water, as you guys can see. Pretty much like that. Alright, so I put some Dawn dish soap on this scrubber, and I'm just gonna basically start going throughout the whole thing. And once I'm done, just giving it a little scrub just to make sure that there's no areas that were left with any dust. I'm gonna give it a rinse. Alright, so I just finished scrubbing and now I'm just gonna give it a little rinse. You guys can see it's basically just taking all the rest of the dirt off. Alright, so this whole thing is clean. This piece is clean. Everything else, there's nothing else that's left there. Now I'm gonna just basically close it up and bring it with my filter. I'm gonna put it outside so it can air dry, and I'm gonna continue with the rest of the stuff. Now I'm gonna be removing the roll here, and it's hard to do it with one hand, but let me try to get that. Alright, so once we pull it out, as you can see, there's hair stuck right there. We're basically just gonna pull that out and clean that area right there. Just basically pull the hair, pull all that hair, and once we're done with that, I'm gonna be taking the roll and washing it like the other pieces that we did before. Now we're gonna be getting rid of the hair that is stuck there. I cut that piece already. Basically just get in there with your scissors and you're just gonna get in there and just give it a little cut. Once you have cut the piece, basically just comes right out. Now we're gonna be getting rid of all of this, and then we're gonna be washing it off. I'm gonna be doing that, and then we'll come back and rinse the roll. So I finished taking the hair off. Now as you can see, there's no more of that, and now I'm gonna be putting some of the Dish Dawn soap on it. Spraying it with hot water and just basically going through it. As you can see, it's pretty disgusting. We're gonna be scrubbing it, and then once it's all scrubbed, I'm gonna be rinsing it off, and I'll show you guys once it's done. See, it's pretty gross. Alright, so as you guys can see, now it's clean. There's no more water on it. I try to get as much of it out. Basically just just trying to get as much as I could. We're gonna be putting it outside anyways so that it can air dry with the rest of the pieces. Alright, so as you guys can see, I brought this one here. We're gonna be putting it to air dry. We're just gonna be setting it up here. I don't want it to get dirty again, so alright. So this has been air drying for a little bit, and once it's done, then I'll be putting it back. Now I'm gonna move to the next part of the vacuum, and basically once that part is done, I'll just wait for all of this to be dry to put it all together. Alright, so with the help of the scissors, I was able to get all of this nasty hair out. I basically just went in there and just basically did this for a while, and that got rid of it. Now we're just gonna be trying to get rid of this whole hair situation, and trying to get as much of that as we can before we are able to clean it better. But I brought this brush as well so that it can help us and just basically get in between the cracks. Once all of that hair is done, I'll be cleaning it off. So I was able to get most of the hair off. I tried to get it off with the toothbrush, but this actually did the job. Basically just scrubbed it off with this, and basically just brushed it off like that. And once you do this for a couple times, it gets rid of it. And now I brought a rag. I put some cleaner on it. The main purpose of cleaning the vacuum was basically to get rid of all the nasty stuff on the filter. I'm not too sure how to get this off, so I'm gonna be cleaning it with a rag and some cleaner. I did clean the bristles with the same one, and I put the rag here with the cleaner, and I'm gonna be finishing it with a paper towel, a clean paper towel, and going from there. But I mainly want to get this thing on the bottom and try to get in there just as much as I can. You see there's some bubbles coming out, but just basically trying to make it smell good and try to make it as clean as we can. And then once that's done, then we're just basically done. Alright, so I went in here, I cleaned this area, just basically twisted this, and then I just washed it off. And now I'm cleaning this right here, just making sure that there's no like dust left, and just basically giving it a little wipe, and basically that's it. Okay, so I just finished wiping it down. I made sure that the filter area is completely clean, since that was the whole purpose of doing this. So once everything is basically completely dry, we'll be putting it all together, and I'll be showing you guys the finished product. Alright, so my vacuum cleaner has some white markings, as you guys can see here. It has a like all over. These are like basically paint from my cabinets. So what I did was put some acetone, and as you guys can see, I went over with it here, and I removed part of the wording, so I'm just gonna basically just take it off. So if you guys are doing this, just stay away from the words. But I'm gonna be removing all of the white spots. Just make sure, like I said, that you guys are staying away from the words. But you guys have the same problem, and once I'm done with it, I'm gonna be putting all the parts back, and basically that's alright. So my vacuum cleaner has some marks here. All of this is paint from my cabinets and stuff, so I'm gonna be removing it with some acetone and paper towels. As you guys can see, here. I started removing some of it, and it does come off. The only thing is that you guys have to be really careful if you do have this problem, because it does remove the letters as well, as you guys can see there. So just try to stay away from the letters if you guys can, but if you guys notice that spot is gone, so I'm gonna be basically going over these spots and just try to get as much as I can out, and I'll be back to show you guys how much we could get, and then we'll be putting the rest of the pieces back. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys here on the side how easy it is for it to be removed, because it is a huge difference. I will be posting a picture of the before and after on the comments, and so you guys can see it's a pretty huge difference. Pretty much takes everything off with a couple wipes. So you just gotta be careful, like I said, with the wording, because it does take everything off. Alright, so we're all done wiping it down. So you guys can see everything basically came out, and there's nothing there on the sides anymore. So we're just gonna be putting the filter back. We just put it there, and the second one, second filter goes in place, and then the last one here. So it's all set on the top, and then the roll on the bottom. Basically just push it back in, and you're all set. It's all clean and ready to use. There you go. This is try to remove there with the acetone. So like I said, just be careful with the acetone when you guys are removing any paint patches, but other than that, it looks so much cleaner and better.